Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to some more roster reviews. This is first paid review of this round of stuff, and it's pretty interesting, honestly. 6.9 million GP. Said they played on and off for around 5 years, but like stopped playing because they had an account with their dad, and their dad sold all their mods. I guess trying to commit to quitting, which is generally not helpful for an account. But the last time he had played was before GLs, so we went for gas more early, and I can kind of tell in the ships. It's an interesting setup, Malevolence with the Bounty Hunter ships. Let's see, do you have Executors? So I don't know, maybe Weakening, or I don't know, Experimenting? I don't know what's going on. Focus on Grand Arena Assault Battles and the Raid, which is, you know, evident from working on Lord Vader clones. And they said they want to go for Jedi Master Mace Windu. I don't think that's a good idea. Looks like the Galactic Republic is pretty good. And it's not just like bundles. They actually leveled up their abilities and subsided and stuff. 6-stop mods help if you're using Marauder for big takedowns, which you might need in JC, but since you have Executor, you don't really need that in Fleet Arena, so I don't know. It depends on the land game whether I'd recommend another big ship farm or not. Empire is pretty good too. Make a little bit more gear on Iden. So they're about 5 months from unlocking most conquest units. So that's definitely something to keep an eye on. Yeah, this is very unique compared to what I've seen. Sith Eternal Emperor and Lord Vader being the only GLs. Lord Vader's one of the harder ones to get, and Sith Eternal Emperor is the easiest, but he's the worst. We've got Obi-Wan, Qui-Gon at Relic 7, that's great. Grievous, like I said, this is an old account, or that was more active probably back around 2019, because GLs came out in 2020. Grievous was big then. Newt was actually significant. Darth Revan was huge. Bounty Hunters are more important. So this is like a time capsule starting to work towards relevance. I'd say like try to cover all your bases with assault battles. So Rebels, you're probably fine. Even up through Challenge Tier 3, maybe with Phoenix. Yeah, Hera, Chopper. Yeah, okay, all of them. CLS team, I mean, definitely something to work on, but it's not the highest priority anymore if you've already gotten through most of the early game stuff without them. So Night Sisters, you're probably getting through Challenge Tier 1 or maybe 2. I definitely say Balin should be next up on deck. So you're working to get your Great Mothers, and then the Balin team. It's just fantastic. For assault battles and Grand Arena. Who's not really anywhere, but they don't have an assault battle. I mean, base is probably fully covered for like Forest Moon and Rebel Roundup. I think with this many relics, it should be simple. And then the Sith, you're pretty much covered for, well, I mean, I think you would be covered for Place of Power Challenge Tier 3, but probably. I don't think there's any question there. So Palpatine leads the best for that. You know, like Palpatine, Vader, Malak, Revan, Lord Vader or something, and you're good to go. Jedi. How's the Jedi? The Jedi Knight Luke, so I might not be getting Challenge Tier 3 done yet. I definitely think Leia you should try to get. If you're not done all Proving, if you are already done all Proving Grounds, maybe you don't have to rush her so fast. But Great Mother's Balin is going to be great for assault battles. You're going to do Peridia crew boys, Peridia boys, and then the Secrets and Shadows. Secrets and Shadows, yeah. So that's good value there. As far as big farms, I mean, this is like an old looking account. Shreya is 100% worthwhile building up, but you can probably push her past all these farms that'll actually gain you more resources. So I think Balin, then Great Mothers, and then Leia. And then for ships, you're kind of fine for a while. Yeah, clearly climbing. Just a little bit of a surprise given that it's probably an old shard. And then the clone troopers are definitely being worked on. I don't think... Yeah, well... I don't really think you need to get Giant Master Mace. He's not that good compared to a lot of other Journey Guide farms. But I guess you're really close with the clones, so that's the thought. I don't know. It's like, I think not, because in addition to that, you still have to farm. Like, it's a full team you gotta farm. It's at least 4 more characters you gotta relic. So I'd say don't worry about Giant Master Base. Like, just don't get him. Go right to Pretty Boys, Great Mothers, and then Balin. You've got a lot done from that. Datacrons, what do I work with? Wampa, Rolo, perfect. Level 8 Javacron, excellent. So yeah, from a really lean Datacron roster, those are the ones I'd highlight. Inquisitor's probably not something you want to work on right now, but once you get those free Lightspeed tokens, you might want to work on them a little bit more. Because they're going to be great for that assault battle, and then I'll kind of round out all the assault battles. But since this account doesn't have too many characters, actually at all, I guess I'll look at mods right now. That's what I would focus on for the future. Evaluating like how good the roster is, knowing its background. I'm not going to say, oh man, this sucks, what are you doing? Like, but if I just saw this randomly, I'd probably say that. But I might surmise that they took a long break given the roster structure. Good protection. Speed's not that great. Definitely could be improved upon. I mean, these 2 mods are great. This one, a lot of protection, so that one's probably fine. 13 speed. Well, the offense is good there, so I don't know. Maybe he's pretty decent. Almost 200k health. Almost 500 speed. That's probably not bad. Piet. Yeah, I think it makes sense for him to be fast, I guess, for this roster. Since Imperial Troopers are probably getting a decent amount of stuff done. CX2, logical next fastest character. That's good for the raid as well. You'll probably run in like a full team, I think. Yeah. I mean, yeah, the clones, that's your best team, so might as well work on them. Darth Revan, pretty decently fast, a lot of health. The other thing to think about is Relic Delta is definitely coming soon. So just tidy up the lowest Relic tiers on stuff, which doesn't look like you have too many like Relic 3s. Relic 3 is like in peril. Relic 5, you can probably get by with a lot of stuff. Because at that point you're only super vulnerable to like Relic 9s. But it's just a matter of priorities, deciding what you want to work on. The mod pool's not super deep. Again, knowing the background, it's not too surprising. I'm actually impressed with how much you have, given that your dad sold all of your mods. It's funny because it's like unthinkable for me to have an account with my dad, because my dad is the biggest like boomer. He was like a farmer. He likes farming, wood cutting, and like running. That's what he watches on YouTube. He would never play a game. One time I got him to play like NBA 2K12, and he thought it was funny that he'd hit the wrong button and throw the whole court. So he thinks sports games are funny, but he just hates video games. He thinks it's the biggest waste of time ever. He's just shocked how I've actually been able to get traction on YouTube with this. He's like, what? Really? So I'm like, at least I've been able to do something productive with something he hates, which is funny. But anyway, just an aside. Dad sold all the mods. So I'm impressed with where you're at. Looks like good priorities for like the stats and stuff. It's definitely logical thinking, which is good. Yeah, I think you have a clear path forward, because it's multiple boxes checked. Great Mother's awesome team across any game mode basically, and you're getting the extra resources. And then yeah, Enoch turns out to be kind of like a 3v3 only character after you get Great Mothers, but still, that's a lot of value in that farm. Malak. Yeah, these mods are good. Like I don't have a criticism of the choices with things. Clearly, This player understands mods, knows what they're doing, so I think that'll be it for me. Just, yeah, keep it up, keep going forward, and yeah, Great Mothers, Enoch crew. All right, thanks. Next account we got back on the list is Mortis Rex, 4.1 million GP. I like this guy in there as the icon. That's like the first one to get, right? I said they started mid 2020, but then played for a year, came back mid 2024, so about a year aggregate on the, or 2 years aggregate on the account. Working on Executor, Finalizer, Holdership. Why? Don't work on Finalizer and Holdership. That's not a good idea. Galactic Legend Leia is the focus. And worried she might be out of reach is what they said. Focus on assault battles, getting good squads for Kyrotex. Free to play, but spend money on the Hyperdrive bundle one on sale. So first of all, don't get first order ships or resistant ships. That's a very late priority. Only if you're going for Slicker or Ray. Like, they're not worth it as a fleet to get. So don't do that, please. Just go for Leia. What do you mean she's out of reach? Nothing is out of reach for anybody. You just keep working on them until you get them. They might be far away, but that doesn't mean they're out of reach. Like, you can't get them. So I don't understand that. Ship's looking like a disaster. But that'll all be healed when Executor comes. So we got that. Galactic Republic fleet non-existent, but again, if you have Executor, you're gonna be fine. I think Galactic Republic should be the second fleet to work on. No Datacrons. What league are they in? The last guy was in Chromium 2. I forgot to mention. Carbonate 3. Okay, so not much really anywhere. 56 in fleet, which is, for that crappy fleet, that's not bad. Like, should be able to climb up once you get Executor, hopefully. Not much to speak of. Why? I know this isn't a platoon I know this isn't a platoon character because it's Relic 4. There's no platoon in the world you can put it into. Why would you ever do Farm Boy Luke? He's literally one of the worst characters in the game. The rest of these have some basis. I mean, it's Executor Farm. I mean, Mace is good. Captain Rex is good. So you got Phoenix team. Not really. Well, you're in luck because you're going to start getting some of these characters built up for free. I don't think there's a Kanan Lightspeed token coming in a quest, so I would work on gearing him because he's part of that crew. But then Chopper, Hera, and Sabine, I think you'll get to free your 13th. But work on Kanan. Padawan Obi-Wan, Omicron, that's good. Him and Qui-Gon. Hopefully Qui-Gon's also getting worked on. Gear 9. And the Omicron. Okay, why do you apply an Omicron to a character that is like no significant progress and doesn't have a team to be applied to? Omicrons are precious resources. Go watch my video on early Omicrons. I mean, you got one of them, and he's on the Mace Windu's on the list too. But like, this is a mistake. Farm Boy Luke is a horrible, horrible, atrocious mistake. General Kenobi is a good character. Build him up, no matter what team you're using. You can throw him in there. He barely has Galactic Republic written in his kit at all. Why is Asajj a Gear 13? Why is she a Relic 2? Marin. I mean, yes, Leia's good, but you almost want to go back, like, just watch my free-to-play guide and start thinking from the ground up. This, if you gear up Thrawn in a little bit, should be, or maybe it is already fine for Challenge Tier 1. You could get Challenge Tier 2 if you have Thrawn and then Mara Jade, but she was not getting worked on at all. I don't know, it's just, it's hard to know like, what does Brit say? Okay, this can get up through Challenge Tier 2 if you just build up Bastila and Nihilus a little bit. And then you can kind of control the pace up through Challenge Tier 2 for Places of Power. So I have videos on those, look them up. Jedi. I'm not really getting for on Ground War here. Jedi Revan would go a long way to helping you with that. Giant Luke as well. I don't know. It's just... After Executor, focus on all the assault battles. At least challenge tier 1. Like all these ones I've referenced. And probably not go for Leia yet. Because even I, you know, I'm so gung-ho about getting Leia. I didn't do it until I had most of the challenge tier 1s done. For assault battles. Maybe all of them. Aside from like Inquisitors. Yeah, there's all over the place. So, if Jedi Knight Cal unlocked, it seems clearly geared towards doing that. We don't have him yet. So, oh no, he is. Why go through all that to unlock him and then just leave him at level 1, gear 6? I don't know. This is all over the place, man. This is kind of rough. All right, let's just look at mods, which I don't have high hopes for. Boba Fett's fastest, plus 63. Okay, this is horrible. It's just awful. Second fastest, purely by accident, I'm sure. 227 speed. Second fastest character on the whole roster. You should have someone at least approaching 300 by now. I mean, Vader's one of the more competent characters on this roster. Rex being 225 speed is impressively bad. It's very impressive that you managed to keep him that slow. Really awful. Protection, more potency on him. So yeah, I get potency. Just need more speed across the board. Everything needs to get worked on. Boss is atrocious. 207. This is so bad. It is really, really bad. Just need to work on everything, man. Just everything. Just watch the free-to-play guy. No, go to my Assault Battles master plan and see what I use for all these challenge tier 1s. And then try to work on that stuff. Because otherwise, this is... I mean, you have finished Executor. That's really important. And then get the Assault Battles. And then think about like a big farm like Leia or something. So I took it back. What I said at the beginning. She might be out of reach. Right now, she seems out of reach. If you don't have enough Assault Battle teams going, it feels horrible. So, first things first. That's going to be it for this one. Last one for today, we have RevanReborn. 1.8 million, so quite small, but it seems to be a pretty high achieving small account. Started in May 2025, so has probably like 6 months under its belt. They'll unlock Executor next time it comes out, going for the Poncho Bros and Jedi Revan, Darth Revan into Jedi Knight Luke to Jabba, focus on Fleet Arena, then TB and Grand Arena. So yeah, Executor coming up, which is good. Very lean ship roster. I don't have to sort much. And you know, I'm not going to chirp them for not having Galactic Republic because they went the Executor route, and that's completely viable and good. And that way you have plenty of dark side ships for that challenge. So that was probably completed a long time ago with all this. And just ready for Executor. And then you're going to be climbing nice and easy. And right now they're at, what are they at? 10. Rank 10 without the Executor fleet or ship. That's actually pretty impressive. Dang. That's something. Just Executrix. I mean, punishing one, he kind of can get a lot of stuff done on his own. With that death mark, it's just something else. Datacrons, not much, which is to be expected with one this size. It's pretty much all Executor stuff right now. Wampa, good. It's one of the early Omicrons. Qui-Gon, Poggle, makes sense. Like, that's not one I'm gonna like shame. Oh, Padawan Obi-Wan, Gear 8, you're still going to get a lot out of that Omicron. That Omicron is going to carry you in a lot of ways. So there I said, Obi-Wan, Qui-Gon, that's the focus. Which, so don't get me wrong, that's a good team to get Assault Battles done, but I do think you need to focus on all the other ones before that one. That one does get you a lot of credits, yes, and that is helpful, but I think this might be getting Challenge Tier 1 done. So that would be fine in both Military Might and Secrets and Shadows. Sith, not getting a Challenge Tier 1 done. Empire, maybe. Doesn't have a fully functional Imperial Trooper team. I mean, I guess Veer's lead, Piet. Right? I don't know. I try to get Forced Moon and Places of Power to challenge tier 1 done. And Bounty... I don't know. Is this getting challenge tier 1 done? They're all relics, so they might. They might be. Just getting all those kind of core 6 assault battles up to challenge tier 1 to get the Chiroprotect to help. Because right now I can tell, like, you haven't even put any Chiroprotect into Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan. I don't think. So I don't think you should work on them yet for that. Well, get like tier 1 and tier 2. No, you already have them 7 stars. So I don't know. I think that was a little early to prioritize them. Like, I don't think you need to get their assault battle before all the other. I think challenge tier 1 for everything, and then get them, yes, because for when you start getting to challenge tier 2, challenge tier 3, yes, you're going to need multiple relics. So why not do the one that only requires 2 in relics? So that's my thought. Yoda's unlocked, not really used. I do think Jedi Revan is going to be great, and that's going to be the path to one of these assault battles. So Jedi Revan combined with Yoda can get a lot done. Padawan, Obi-Wan, and Qui-Gon. Well, the rest of that team is kind of fluid, kind of flexible. Jedi Revan and Yoda is the core. Jedi Luke can get their challenge tier 3, but I'm not going to advise getting him yet. Overall, I mean, that's just kind of like a nitpicky, like a difference of approach opinion for me. I don't think anything's going really bad in this roster, and like it just is going to take time to get things done. Gear 12 Geos, I mean, I didn't bother doing all that, but it's good for the guild if you're in Dark Side Geonosis. If you're not, they're useless. So I didn't bother with them because I knew I wasn't going to try to stay in a guild like that for long. And the one I was in, like, they pretty much had WAD anyway. So yeah, no, there's not too much to dive into. This was probably a Separatist Lightspeed token here, I think. So yeah, really early stuff. I wouldn't say jump to Jabba before all those assault battles. Get to challenge tier 1 at least on the assault battles. Then get Poncho Bros, like you said, and then maybe think about Jabba. I mean, Darth Revan would be great too, but I don't even know if... Well, before Jabba, yeah, but not before any of the assault battle characters. Assault battle teams. I got a lot of the challenge tier 1s done pretty quickly. I think that's what you really need to focus on doing. But anyway, broken record. Not a super large roster to look at. Let's check out the mods we're working with. 299. So, see, this is what I was saying about that last account. I know you're small and newer, but you should be getting close to like a 300 speed by now. Not like blowing it away, but this is close to 300 on this Piet. So that's good. Grand Moff Tarkin. I don't know what he can really do on his own without the clone troopers, but he's better than he used to be, so that's for sure. Brood Alpha. I like a lot of protection on him, yeah. It's easy to get, and he has high base protection, some decent speed. It's not a ton of like key characters yet. Darth Vader, I'm looking for offensive potency, yup. Decent speed, crit damage, so that's good. That's pretty well set up. Bosk, looking for speed and protection, so this is a little off, so don't worry about health for him. Do all protection primaries, because it gives 50% extra max protection. You have 100% defense while at full health. So it doesn't matter how much health you have. If you lose a little bit of health, you're losing that defensive boost. So go all protection. Boba Fett, yeah, and at this point we're getting pretty low on the priority list and low into a shallow mod pool. But anyway, I mean, you're going in the right direction. This account is not bad at all. 1.8, just a little guppy in there. Well, guppy implies you like, is that mean you spend a little bit? No, I think guppy is like free to play, but your tiny little account and you're going to be getting places. So yeah, that'll be it for this one. And thank you so much for watching, everybody. Hope you enjoyed. See you next time. Bye.